Call the February 16, 2023 meeting to order. Stand for Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mike, call roll, please.
Larry Wag. Here. Charles Wag.
Here.
Arnold's absent. Bacchus.
Here.
Schaefer.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Hammer.
Here.
For a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, look for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Now is the point of the meeting. Any citizen want to address the council? Austin? Nothing tonight. Jim? Nothing? All right. Public hearing. I'd look for a motion to close regular meeting.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Look for a motion to open public hearing.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Mike, got any written or oral comments?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody in the audience got any comments? Okay. Any council members got any comments?
I move we close the hearing.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Look for a motion to open the regular meeting.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. New business. Approval January 2023 Treasurer Report.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Number 2, approval 2023 Summer Rec Program Contract. Is that the same we did last year, or did it increase?
It increased a little bit because of paying the staff a little bit more money.
So
It did
moved.
increase a little bit.
Second.
For 26, 51, 59?
Yep.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 3, approval resolution 2023-06, a resolution approving the maximum tax dollars from certain levies for the city's proposal fiscal year 2023-24 budget.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 4, approval resolution 2023-07, a resolution setting time and place for a public hearing for the purpose of soliciting written and oral comments on the city's proposed fiscal year 23-24 budget.
Motion setting it for March 16th, 2023 at 7 o'clock up here at City Hall.
I'll second that.
All right, motion and a second for March 16th, 2023. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 5, approval donation to Wapello Substance Abuse Task Force. Last year we gave $2,500.
No.
250.
250.
Oh, I see you. Didn't see your dot there, Mike. I was gonna say, my gosh, did we really give him that much last year?
All kinds of cool prizes.
Like, I don't remember that being.
Second.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that being in the budget.
Everybody,
250.
250 bucks.
250.
everybody walked out with new TVs.
All right, motion and a second to give $250 to the post prom. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Number 6, approval of request from Rebecca Belzer to have chickens in the city limits.
A motion that she can have chickens, no roosters, up to 4. Is that what?
Five.
A 5 now?
5.
Second.
All right, motion and a second to allow some more chickens.
Seems like there's been
Be a
quite
lot
a few
of
of
eggs
those
out
lately.
These
Royale.
eggs, man.
Guys have set up a stand out there.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll probably
motion
be
and a
next.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, any committee or board reports?
I did not get to go to the library meeting this week. because of other commitments. But I did get an email. They would like us to take a look at their sidewalk. I don't know if she's mentioned anything to you. I told her I'd talk to you about that. Maybe I'll swing by and take a look.
Okay.
So when it rains, it puddles up on the front. We'll take a look
Okay.
when the weather gets nice. Anything else? Anything else? Thought I had one thing, but not on the committee. So, mayor report. I'll pull this up. Let's see here. Sorry, I should have had that up. On the grocery store, there sounds like Dollar General is still negotiating some of the items, so I think Adam and Ken are working through that, so that's about all the only news I've got on that. So grant for the derelict building grant is due next Friday, the 24th. We have until the 21st. I think the 21st is our court hearing, so hopefully he has everything paid off by the 21st. Otherwise, I'm not sure about the grant after that. So about all I got there. Public Works.
They're out plowing snow right now.
Blade snow. All right. Well, maybe that's Damon. He'll be right up.
Right here he is.
You're up. Fire department.
I'm up already.
You're up.
Well, I don't have the call volume, but it's kind of slowed down from what we ended
You
the
said
year,
it.
which is a good thing.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We did have a house fire today, but damage was minimal. We stopped it in the wall on the exterior side, so the damage didn't even extend into the interior other than smoke damage. So that was a good thing. Ladder truck, you probably noticed it's gone. The salvage company came and picked it up. So we should be receiving our final payment for that settlement anytime. We got the title, we got the power of attorney form filled out and sent into the salvage company, and they sent me confirmation that they had it. So now that we got that, we do need to talk about getting some sort of commitment from the council on what our budget needs to be for replacing that thing. So I kind of talked to y'all about that probably about a month ago. So I guess be thinking about that. I'll try to get something maybe formal on the agenda for next meeting so we can do something, but prices aren't getting any lower. The ladder truck market right now is crazy. New trucks running up to $2 million, and the build times are 3 years out, 900 days, just shy of 3 years for some manufacturers. So it's putting a real pinch on the used market because a lot of departments are buying used just to kind of fill a temporary void until they can get their new trucks built. We're running into the same thing with the trustees right now. We're specking out a new pumper for them, and a truck that we paid $185,000 for in 2005. Now pretty much an identical truck is running over $500,000. Chassis, we were wanting to get a custom cab because we wanted more room in the cab to be able to, put on our air packs and store, some of the more high dollar medical equipment, different things like that. And to go with a custom cab over a commercial chassis was, an extra $125,000, $150,000. So we kind of backed away from that and decided to go with a commercial chassis, and Peterbilt doesn't offer one anymore. I don't think Kenworth offers one anymore. It's just International, right, Sam, and Freightliner. And we actually had a manufacturer down a couple weeks ago look at a Freightliner, and I bet there's maybe a foot less leg room in the back seat compared to what our Peterbilt has for our newest engine. And so we decided maybe, let's look at International just to see if anybody around's got one, how roomy it is. And come to find out that it's no more room. They're $10,000 more, and it's 2 years just to get a chassis. So it's putting a squeeze on everybody, and I think even the used trucks are just crazy inflated right now in price. So hopefully some of that stabilizes, but I doubt it does anytime in the near future. In the meantime, we're kind of at risk, so we need to do something. I mentioned the COVID relief money as a potential source before. We got the insurance settlement. I think I got about $50,000 in our rainy day fund, and then we got $10,000 at the elevator donated to us last year after their fire that we want to contribute to it. So, that's not going to get us there. So, I think the COVID money is probably a potential source. So, at least be thinking about that, digesting a little bit, and we'll come to you with a formal plan soon. As far as fire station goes, I know Brett has been in contact with Shia Hattery this week a couple times, and I think they're wanting something formal from the council as far as authorizing them for sort of a hourly rate to start working on some of the drawings and things like that. So I think Brett and I probably need to have a chat, probably Tony, and decide, what direction we want to go.
That's what I was going to ask, if we shouldn't have a finance committee or community protection. Is that something that we need a motion at the next council meeting to enter into an hourly agreement for the schematic design?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
So we wouldn't have to do that meeting tonight, maybe before the next meeting.
So, yeah,
They
just let me
forwarded
know.
that, a breakdown to us within 3-4 weeks ago, didn't he?
Not I'm aware of, but maybe I missed.
Thought maybe he
missed
did,
something.
but if not, maybe
Last
try
I
to-
knew, we had the meeting. They were supposed to have something to us in about a week. I never saw anything.
Yeah,
But
I
I
didn't
never
either.
saw the email from them last week or whatever that they sent you guys, apparently. I think Tony was excluded from that email.
I didn't do anything.
They left the cool kids off. What can I say?
Exactly.
I'll send a message to find out if we can have that breakdown, and then maybe before the next meeting, we have a finance
Yeah.
committee meeting and figure out, I mean, that lengthy email that I sent Mike and you, I mean, we'll just have to break that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see,
I
because
think-
even at that point, that rough timeline right now to get the schematic design level documents, you're talking March to April. And then if you go through the CMA selection process, it's going to be probably the beginning of June before then the next step could happen. So,
Yeah. So we're burning daylight, and I think it's important to try to get something started on that this year.
The only good
especially-
thing is a lot of the design is pretty well done, so hopefully they're hourly, probably shouldn't be a lot anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think it's just getting it going in the right direction. I think we all know that, we're not asking for the Taj Mahal. It's a pretty basic building without a lot of frills. So, and if we can just, the good thing about it with this local option money and the CMA process, we can kind of phase it probably a lot easier to at least get something up, because I think it's highly unlikely that we'll be able to find a ladder truck in the meantime that fits in our current station. I don't think we'll find anything that'll fit in just for vertical clearance. So, we're going to have to find a temporary solution to that. We have a couple options there, but they're not really good options, considering, you're going to have a piece of emergency equipment parked in another building even further away from the station. So, how do you coordinate your response to get that truck to the scene in a timely manner? That's all I have. Any questions or anything?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sam? Ambulance?
Okay, so far this year we've responded to 64 calls, 21 this month. Kind of a little slower than last year at this time. A lot of that has just to do with the better weather. The new ambulances, we're still waiting on their design. They were hoping this month still to do a pre-build with them. Like I've mentioned before, they just had an unprecedented number of orders placed when we placed ours. Like a record of like 200 and some, placed I think 280 within that few weeks that we placed ours. The chassis, they hope to get it here in the next couple months was the original plan. They usually get shipped when they're coming. Lately they just show up. So they may have it there already and not even realize it. So the chassis situation and stuff, we're good on having the Ram. That's a little more readily available than the Fords and the Chevys right now. So hoping here in the next couple months to have that chassis on hand. And then they'll start planning it for build. Like we mentioned previously about the Community Foundation Wapello County grant for new equipment bags. We've gotten them and implemented about half of them. Had to order some more supplies and stuff just to fill out the bags. Just getting them where they're all set up likewise across the fleet, so it's a huge benefit. Good feedback from that. Should be complete no later than March. There's just a couple bags that we're kind of waiting on. Our EMS providers are currently working on their state and national renewals if they do have national. So that's always due in March 31st of the year they renew in. So that's going well. Everyone, I believe in Wapello that's due has their hours to renew. So that's good. We do have a couple trainings coming up. This next month is going to be a Stop the Bleed training. Worked with public health on this to invite school nurses throughout the county to it. So we have, I believe, every school coming, their school nurses coming to take it. And then tentatively planned the next 2 months after that, working with the sheriff's office on doing some joint trainings. And then our trucks, they're doing pretty well. The Ford that we had some work done on it to fix a leak on the oil, the leak's actually worse than it was. Working with Mindseers to get that back in and hopefully corrected. But it's leaking more oil than it did previously. Otherwise, everything's good. Any questions?
Your Stop the Bleed, is that open to whoever you guys invite?
So
Can
we only
anybody
had
show
so
up?
many slots, and since we did invite all the EMS people in the county too,
You
so
did?
we do have some from Louisa County Ambulance coming,
Okay.
Morning Sun, Oakville, and then the school teacher. So it's probably going to be really packed in there. So that is
Good deal.
was an invitation. Yep.
Fair enough. Thanks, Sam.
So you wanted to join?
Duct tape. We'll call them.
No sheriff's office. Larry.
Second.
Motion and a second for adjournment. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Aye.